Hey, good morning. Waiting for YouTube to catch up. Got a bit of a lag. So, guten Morgen. Everybody here? That's too much. How's that? A little better? Yeah! How come I can't split my charts on my monitors like you? I just have it as one thing. Actually, let me show you. I'll answer that question now before we start. Okay, you see? Gee whiz, criminy. All right, you see that? So the way I do it is I just open up MT4 manually across all the screens. I don't go full screen because that'll just lock you on one screen. But I just drag them over, and then I move each one individually. Okay? Yeah, FD9, maybe you're in a country where the credit card processors think it's high risk or something. I don't know. Yeah, you spread them over the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's how you do it, guys. So FT, I don't know, we'll try something today. We'll try to get you taken care of, huh? What's the solution? I mean, if they won't let me process your credit card, they won't let me process your credit card. Yeah, they run risk profiles, and some people just won't pass. You'd be surprised too. Like, there's a large percentage of people that buy buy from me, and it turns out they've stolen someone's credit card. It's amazing. I didn't know how often it was. Yeah, new trader. Well, you'll enjoy the fundamentals course. So anyways, let's get going, everybody. Let's go. Boom. Yeah, FT9, we can do something like that. Happy anniversary, HK. Brad, what were you having trouble with the other day? Let me know if I can help. Anyways, hey, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money cannot afford to lose. Can we look at soybeans? I don't have soybean futures on my chart, so sorry. Hi, my name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader just like you. I've been around for a long time. I have a few things I can share. Tricks of the trade. We can cover technical analysis, fundamental analysis, trader psychology. Generally, what I do is I let you ask the questions, and then I try my best to give you answers, and pretty detailed answers. So my overriding goal is to help you learn how to put together trade plans. I'm not here to put you into a trade today. In fact, if you don't know what you're doing right now, you don't even know, then forget it. Today's already dead. Throw out today, start planning tomorrow. So anyways, get involved, ask questions, take notes, treat your fellow currency traders in the chat today with dignity and respect. If you have negativity, check it at the door. If you're a spammer, check it at the door. Nobody's interested in your crap. What else? On the bright side of things, Traders Way sponsors our community. So please visit tradersway.com and give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect. You do that by opening a demo account. It's totally free of money, doesn't cost you money, but it is an obligation. Visit tradersway.com, open up a demo account. You'll be in the back office. It's nice and clean and organized. You can download MT4, download MT5. You can download CTrader. In any case, what you want when you're choosing a broker is you want to be able to pull the trigger to execute your trade fast, right? You want narrow spreads and you want large swaps. Well, the spreads at Traders Way are narrow, the swaps are big, execution speed is much faster than most brokers out there. I know, I've tested it with a third-party testing software. So anyways, tradersway.com. Thank you, tradersway.com, tradersway.com. Daniel! How's it going, buddy? Man, I miss you. Daniel's in the room. All right. HK nailed the pig dog yesterday. Cool. Good. All right. Jumbo silence. Jumbo. All right, so right now, pig is doing well. Euro, I was actually a little surprised about the euro, but they're having their little powwow trying to figure out what to do with COVID-19 in Europe. And I think they've agreed on some sort of bailout where the same rich countries bail out all the same poor countries. You're like, well, it's not financial this time. So anyways, so there you go. So I guess Europe's not happy with that. I thought they'd be happy with that, but I guess they're not happy with that. So I don't know what's going on in Europe. I think maybe Europe down is somewhat news related, but you can see a little bit of yen trying to figure out what it's doing. I don't know. So really, if you like, I want yen to fall. I want euro to go up. So I look at this, and euro's definitely not going up, and yen looks like it's been up. It is ready for maybe some weakness again. Dollar's generally weak, but then Swiss franc is all right. So pound is weak, strong, and then Kiwi is like Aussie is So guess what? By and large, we're still in a rut. It's not to be unexpected. But right now, whether you want it or not is, again, irrelevant. The market conditions seem to be mixed to nothing. Okay? So yeah, pound is strong today. That's cool. So maybe pound dollar, pound yen. But the issue is, don't get all excited about that, because it's not a macro move. It's a micro move in the sense that it has more to do with, let's say, short-term influences. So yeah, maybe pound stays strong the rest of the day. That would be great, but you can't count on it. Okay. That's all, right? So I'm most interested in what can we count on between now and the end of the year versus the end of the day, right? So right now, pound is doing really well. Cool. I'd like to see yen drop along with the dollar staying weak, and I'd love to see some commodity action, but all commodity currencies are down right now. So we'll have to go hunting. So what do you want me to cover first? Any requests? Pig dog? Okay, seems to me you should already be on that, but we can go look at it. Where should we go? We'll do this one. Okay. Okay. So let's look at it this way. So you guys are funny. I don't know the right word for it. Funny. So you want to look at pig dog now. I wouldn't have said that because it's already happened. So what am I supposed to tell you now? Okay? So when the market opened, for example, right, you had an opportunity to buy it at the exact buy price. Okay. And now it's gone. Yeah. So my advice to you on this, if you're a bull on pound dollar, you should probably move your stop to near break even. Okay. HK says bought it at M2. And of course, that's what you're supposed to do, right? So that isn't complicated by any stretch of the imagination. The difficult part now is, I'm not convinced we're going to go higher outside of our range. So, to sort of put a damper, right, to tamper to tamper your enthusiasm, that's the expected target today. And you're 3/4 of the way there. So it's kind of ho-hum, so to speak. Ho-hum. Yada, yada, yada. Will this last beyond that? There's nothing here to say otherwise. Swiss franc yen. I don't trade that, John. They're both funding currencies, so that doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Okay. Please cover okay, Kiwi dollar. But do you guys understand? What have I been teaching you the last several weeks? What's been one of the major mantras? Plan big. And what? Plan big, which means you still have your normal swing trade, for example. There's your normal swing trade. S1 to R1? No, Anthony, I have not said S1 to R1. Well, Daniel, I hope you're in good health and spirits, and your family is too. Everyone is safe and healthy. Okay. So, Anthony, not S1 to R1. No. Expect small, yes. And so in this case, this is the projected range, let's say. Okay. S1's down here. That's not in play. So that answer is wrong. But what I've been teaching you guys for, I don't know, 6 weeks now, is that this is your best case scenario under these circumstances. Peter, it's always been. Again, Peter, you need to take the training course. You can't start just picking this apart little tidbit by little tidbit. It will take you years. So there should be no confusion, guys. None. There should be absolutely no confusion. So anyways, this is obvious. The point is typically we go here, but we're not in typical market conditions, so we're planning small. We're planning big, but we're expecting small. Normally we would go up here this time of year because of low volume and volatility. We're just going to go here. And of course, you should know the math. What is the math doing? It's just telling you it's resistance. Why is it resistance? That's the old high. And that's part of the calculation of the standard deviation from the mean. So really, this is one standard deviation from a mean, which means it was resistance because it's part of the data set. So in this case, this time of year, you plan big, but you expect small. And it's just math. Right? Yeah, but see, Joe, planning for the end of August, that's not going to happen this year. Yeah, but that's not going to happen this year. The big third week of August, not going to happen this year. Yeah, Tahiti sounds nice, Hope. Fiji. Okay. So anyway, there's your pig. That's straightforward. But again, I can't imagine just showing up and starting the day. The day is already pretty much done. It should maybe filter up a little higher. But okay, this is your day trade. Or if you're a bear, of course, you sold here. So you were done. I mean, yeah. So so here's what you should be asking yourself, right? Here's what you should be asking yourself. What's the plan for tomorrow? You should be planning tomorrow right now. Okay? I say it every day, but I have to say it again. You're not interested in now, because now it might go a little higher, or if you're really super lucky, we fulfill our true destiny. But there's nothing on this chart that would say that that would happen today. You'd just be guessing, and poorly as well. It's improbable. Based on market conditions, this is no longer probable. This is much more probable. Okay? So anyway, so like, okay, so that you were done that 15 hours ago. Great. So what are you doing now? Well, you're answering the question, what do you want to do tomorrow? Do you think it'll make a bigger break, or do you think it'll come back the rest of the week? So that's what you'd be planning now. Okay? And remember, this move is much more bullish than other moves happening right now. So it is a one-off. The way I look at it is it doesn't want to go up. Right? Not on a macro, but anyways. So let's take a look at here. Okay? This answers the question, where are we going for the month of July? The best target here is 115. So we've talked about this multiple times, right? How many times have we talked about 115? A bajillion? Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's the buy zone for the month. Notice, all you had to do is be here in the first hour of the first day of the month. That's all you had to do. Now you can make it more complicated and do more, but that's all you had to do. The first hour of the first day, that's all you had to do. Okay? I remember talking about it because it's only like 250 pips. It's nothing. It's embarrassing. It's so small of the monthly swing, but that's all the market gave us. So nothing special about it. And then, of course, now you drill into smaller time frames. And at least you know where you're going. So you're buying it at 112.50 and you're on your way to 115, right? So there's 250 pips. And check this out. You ready? Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, 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 up. Oh, no, consolidation. Breakout, pullback, buy. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, 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 up. And of course, you're hoping for a down, down, buy. Up, 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 up. And then what? You hit 115 and you're done. Peter? No, not really. If I didn't teach it, it doesn't exist. Peter's like, what about old pivots? Like, do I care about May central pivot point? Do I care about that? No, none. Dead to me, gone. Yeah, my family, Daniel, is very, very, very safe. We live on multiple acres with lots of yard and wild animals running around and a big lake. We have a big house. So we don't have to leave. We don't have to socialize. We don't have to go out into the world. So we're completely isolated, which is very advantageous. I work at home, right? So in that case, we're super safe. And then when we're home, like my daughter's in her room, my son's in his room, or you know, my wife's on the other side of the house and in her office or in the gym, so we have a home gym. You know, I'm down in the basement, or maybe we're in a movie theater. Like, we're so spread out, we don't even see each other. So when you take that, and then you take the fact we don't leave, we're very, very, very lucky. And so I often think, so I have several friends in New York City, and one of them, she's a CEO of a small company, but for the last, I think, almost 20 years. Really cool company, very, very socially minded and stuff. But she, imagine, lives in a small New York City apartment, because even if you got a multi-million-dollar apartment, it's small. And she posted that she hadn't left in like 155 days. When I visited my friend, so she's a Harvard person actually, but I don't know her from Harvard. I know her from nonprofit work. But my other buddy, who's part of my cohort at Harvard, he just got a place. He's like, and this is when I was in New York City, right as COVID was shutting it down. I went to, so he has this new place on Park Avenue, and he's like, come see my new place in Park Avenue. So we go up to the penthouse and everything, and the door opens, you know, and it's the size of my master bathroom. The whole apartment, right? You're like, what? So being locked into that for 4 months, like, I look at what I've been blessed with, and it doesn't go without, I don't know, let's say gratitude, because I can go out on the lake and kayak 5 times a day if I want, and this is my isolation. I'm not locked up. My kids are not locked up. So the worst thing is my kids spend too much time on their phones or video games and stuff. So anyways. So lucky. But because of that, we're quite safe and quite healthy. Being locked up in a big city in a small apartment, and wherever you go, you're in a crowd. That's got to be rough and tough. Yeah. You know? So we have it lucky. We have it very, very lucky. So I pray for others to be safe and healthy all the time. I did work for that, yeah. But I still can have the gratitude. Okay. What, as a currency trader? 2002, maybe? Anyway, so let's move on. I'm just glad everyone is healthy and safe. But some of you guys I've known for well over 10 years, right? And Daniel's certainly one of them. Okay, okay, here we are. What do you want to do with this? Okay. And we're just elevated and isolated. This is a big neutral, I'd say. Well, Met in Action got blocked? Wow. What did MIA say? All right. All right. So yeah, this is a bummer because there's nothing really to do here. It's not falling. It's not rising. I mean, it's sort of rising, but you're still betting that it's going to break this, and I don't know if there really is that kind of. I mean, I would move this now. Okay, so this is really what we're dealing with now, and so we've played that out, so to speak. So this is the range we're caught in. So now I have to go to an hourly chart. And, you know, I think I just let this, because it's summer, I expect this to move sideways. So now it is moving sideways. So I'd let it fart around. And if it's going to break, let it break. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. And I don't care. Yeah, nothing to do with that. I agree with you. Caperi, I agree with you. And USD CAD. But remember, the commodity currencies are not moving, so maybe you have some US dollar weakness, but I look at that and there's not a lot to do. Okay, cool. Yeah, Pundit, I'm going to go through the calendar a little bit later. Let's go through the yen pairs. Okay. So this is just sort of locked in. Oh, I know what I did here. Let me change this for you. Bullish bias swing trading. So this is my swing trading template. I'm going to zoom in. And I was just trying to catch this. And I didn't. So that one's dead. It's neither here nor there, basically. I'm afraid that there is a bear on this because there could be a bearish angle. So nothing much more to say. Right? Cool. Maybe if I drop into a smaller time frame, it's clear. The one thing I'd be looking at here is maybe the potential for a role reversal. Okay. But on a weekly basis, it's out of position. I think it's even out of position. Like for a bear, it's too high. So this must have a lot to do with the negotiations going on in Europe right now as far as the COVID package. So that must be negatively influenced. So there's your euro. Here's the Kiwi yen. So Kiwi was going nowhere on the other one. This one I'm in. Okay. And the interesting thing is my entry is still the entry. Oh, okay, I'll do that, Barry. Thank you. I'll do gold. Okay. That sure worked, though, eh, Barry? Look at this. All of a sudden, bing, this thing pops up and it grabs my whole right eye. I'm like, oh, there's Barry. Yeah, I'll do that, Barry. So anyway, so I'm sitting on this, and the thing is, in these market conditions, I'm so risk averse that in this case, I'm almost for sure going to get knocked out. But I don't want this either, and then that makes me put here. But then I have to look left, so then I got to get here, and all of a sudden I got, I got a big stop on a mediocre trade. So it was one of these things where I bought it in Asia and instantly was profitable. So now I can walk away. I'd much rather be hero or zero than a negative. Remember, I don't like losing money when the market's not moving. Well, yes, Forex, Guala, but the thing is, before Aussie gets a lift on that type of news, what you actually need to pay attention to is commodity inventory in China. So if they're rebooting their country, but they were still producing iron ore and coal on their own, then they have to draw down their domestic inventory and then supplement that with Australian commodities, right? So it's more than just this equals that. There's a step in between, an intermediary step, right? All right. So anyways, so there's that one, Kiwi yen. Here's CAD yen. So now I got to drop. Okay, I got to drop in. So what's my plan? What's my plan for the month? I want to be long. For some reason, I can't see it anymore. Okay. Well, let's change it. Let's just change it. Swing bullish. Okay, there you go. It's just easier to see, I think. So the market opened, and I bought it right there and survived the first pullback. And so now, if we have a macro move, Kiwi yen will go up, so will CAD. But as we know, right now, commodities are not moving. No, there's an upgrade for that. Freem, there's an upgrade for that. You have to pay more money. Okay. Now to join the swing trading group, typically it's $400 down, initiation fee, and then $99 a month. Okay. But right now, the sign-up fee is waived. So you get like an 80% discount off the courses, and then plus you get this waived if you want to join the swing trading group. So like percentage-wise, it's really unbelievably discounted right now. Unbelievably. Okay? But I'm trying to help while you're locked down in your home office. It's just a way to contribute. Okay. Now we have something really cool up our sleeves that we're going to announce very, very soon. And so that's going to change. Okay. That is going to change very soon. So if you want it, get on it. Put a ring on it. So anyway, so that's that on. So there's two commodity currencies. There's a better one somewhere else. Let's do the other yen. Let's do this one. Right now there is not an enrollment that like I just described. Okay. All right. Zoom in. Here we are at the market open, and I am long here, as you can see. So what happened? The market last week set us up on the M2. Market opened hot. I bought the dip, and now we're up here. Pretty standard, pretty boring. Okay, so let me highlight this a little more for you. Okay, so I bought it off of here, not that complicated, and now it's elevated. Now it's elevated more than the others, as you know. Yes, the swing trading group is not going anywhere. It's one of the highlights of my week. So I am now down to less than 2 weeks of Harvard. I am now in my last 2 weeks. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm in my last 2 weeks. Okay? And I can't wait for the funky bunch. I want to be like Marky Mark and his funky bunch. We got good vibrations coming. We're only 2 weeks away. You got good vibrations. I'll be Marky Mark. You be the funky bunch. It's going to get awesome. Yeah. So 2 weeks from now, we got like amazing things rolling out that we won't even skip a beat. So yeah, things are going to go from amazing to redonkulous, right? Hey, thank you, Barry. Barry's like, I'm going to buy you a big fat cigar. Well, you better hurry up, brother, because what I do is I stick them in my humidor for a year before I smoke them. So you better get on it. Yeah, don't worry, though. I'm down to like, probably 40 or 50 cigars. Yeah. Raymond, can you can moonwalk? I remember learning the moonwalk after I saw it. I saw it the first time he did it at the MTV Music Awards, I think it was. And people are like, what the hell is that? All of a sudden, every kid in 5th grade was doing moonwalks at school the next day. All right, so my cat is taking off. Nice! So, oh, look at that, 100 pips for the day. Yay! 100 pips today. Nice. Was it, the Grammys. It was before MTV then, huh? Was it the Grammys? Thanks, M-Dub. Yeah. You can't join the swing group unless you pay for the courses. You have to buy the courses first, and then it says, hey, you can join. Oy vey, Barry. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That'll do. I'll get a nice one. And I'll thank you, Barry. I'll say, I don't cook enough. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you. That's really cool. Yeah. I'll be honest with you though. I don't know how to get the money out of YouTube. So that goes to YouTube, and I'm supposed to know how to request the money. I don't know how to do it. So, so next time PayPal it, Barry, because now I'm like, how do I don't, yeah, I've never asked YouTube how to do it. So anyways, so that's cool. So we got the first 100 pips going here, well off to the races. So let's move on to the next. Hang on, let's do this. Let's see if I can log. I haven't logged in 100 years. Page expired. How do I? Hang on, let me log into this thing. Hang on. Because when I log in, it updates. Yeah, bribery does go a long way in this world. One of the funniest things, though, I tried to bribe a government official in the airport in Moscow, and he wouldn't take the money. He wouldn't take the money. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. He wouldn't take the money. And it reminded me how cultural things were. Cave says, check it, you might have a YouTube Christmas fund. Yeah, I know there's actually quite a bit of money that YouTube owes me. But, yeah, I haven't looked into it. All right, so here we are anyways. All right, yeah, okay, so it's updated. Let's go to the calendar. No, 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 KG, it was funny. I realized what was going down. So it was pretty funny. All I needed was a visa, but India took so long giving me a visa to India that by the time I got my passport back, there wasn't enough time to send it to the embassy, the Russian embassy, to get my visa to enter, right? And I was just spending a day. So anyway, so I get to the airport, and it's funny because you have to find a room with no labeling on it. There's no signage or anything. You just knock on this door and you open it up, and inside there's this office. And I guess this is where you get your visas in person. It's just amazing. No signage or anything. So if I finally figure this out, and I get in there, and he's like, I think he just doesn't even address me. He's sitting at a desk. Most of the desks are empty and nothing's happening. I'm just standing there in the room by myself, except for this guy. And finally he looks up at me, and the way I remember it, he had his feet up on his desk. And if he didn't, it was sort of metaphorically, he had his feet up on his desk like, what the hell are you doing here? Right? So anyways, I'm like, hey, I tried to get a visa, but there was a problem. I couldn't get to the embassy in time. I just didn't have enough time, so here I am. I'd like to go into Moscow. And he kind of glances over at me like, you asshole, do I have to get out of my desk? So I said, well, you know, I'm only here 24 hours. I have, my plane is leaving in less than 24 hours. So I have my ticket. I'm leaving Russia. So I'm not going to stay. I have dinner reservations at this really, 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 really fancy restaurant not far from Red Square. Very, very fancy, very expensive. I think it was in the old military college, down in like the dungeons or something. They made a restaurant and like super fancy. And he just looks at me like, you actually want me to get out of my desk? And I said, so I have a limousine outside waiting for me right now. And all this is true. I said, all I'm going to do is jump in the limo. We're going to go to Moscow. I'm going to see Red Square. And then I'm going to have dinner. And then I'm coming back. Right? Like, I'm coming back to the airport and I'm out of here. He looks at me and he says, you're going to need a visa. I said, yeah, I know. This is why I'm here. Because I'm on my way. And I didn't have time, and blah, blah, blah. Everyone said I could come here. Everyone said I could come here. And he's like, he's kind of shaking his head. I'm like, is there anything I can do? My limousine is outside waiting. All I need is the stamp so I can go have dinner, come back, and fly out of Russia. He's like, no. Like, what do you mean no? He's like, no, I don't grant you the visa. But I have all this lined up. I'm just going in for several hours. And he's like, no. And then I realized he just didn't want to do the work. That was the funny part. And I'm like, oh my God, he doesn't care about money because he's some uncle's kid or something, right? Totally taken care of, right? Like, that's how he got this easy job to begin with. And instead of asking for like $100, he'd just rather not do the work. So you know what he did? I swear to you, it was funny. I'm standing in this office. He left. He just left me standing in the office alone. He's just like, yeah, goodbye. I'm not interested in helping you. And walked out. He could have asked me for $100. He could have asked me for $200. Is there anything I can do? And he's like, no. And left, and that was that. No, he wasn't a jerk. He did his job, actually. It was actually the right call. But in most other countries, when I say, is there anything I can do, there's always something that can be done. So anyways, I thought it was funny. So, but it wasn't, I don't believe it was integrity. I think he just didn't want to do the work. I think he was lazy. That's what I think. I think he was just lazy. So, all right, cool. So anyways, we're here. Okay, are you guys going to pay attention to the RBA today? By the way, has anyone spent time in the airport in Moscow? Hey, Maida, does anybody know this place in the international terminal? I wasn't planning on spending the night there, so I ended up buying like Air May deodorant for like $50. Been there? You been to that big airport? Do you know the VIP club? The secret one? So this is when I had to spend the night there. And so I go to the VIP secret club. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So if you know this place, it's nice and it's big. It's like any other airport. So in this one, I decided I need to take a shower. So that's why I go to the fancy shops and I buy my Air May deodorant because it's the only thing I can get. And I'm like, hey, it's like cologne and deodorant mixed together. I hope it doesn't burn. So I took a shower there. Marble bathrooms, marble countertops, marble floors, marble walls, marble ceiling. And then you get into the shower and it's LED lights, about 27 different shower heads. There is steam. There is a TV in the shower. And this was, oh my God, this had to be 15 years ago, back when that was amazing. And you're like, wait, this was in the airport in Moscow? You're like, yep. Free food and beer as well. So anyways, that was a long time ago, but that was funny. But it was a great shower, let me tell you. If you're ever there, find the secret club. All right. Tuesday, July 21st. Now what? Kitty cat retail sales? Okay, great. Great. We'll see how much stuff was bought on Amazon.ca. ECB speech, great. It's some more Aussie news. So, wait, Monday Aussie news, Tuesday Aussie news? It's actually Tuesday Aussie news, Wednesday Aussie news for Australians. But anyways, back to back, I think we're going to have some Aussie, right? So anyway, some CAD here, and the next day, CAD. Okay. So, maybe this is why I bought Canadian dollar and Australian dollar yesterday. Maybe the liftoff is going to be tomorrow and Wednesday, which would be good for me since I bought on Sunday. What do you think? But here it says Friday front runs and stuff. Yeah, well, so if you don't take it Friday, take it Sunday. That's what I do. So I took mine on Sunday. See, when you take them on Fridays, you're really betting with the gap risk, right? The weekend gap risk. That's why if I'm going to front run, I prefer to front run on Thursdays so that I can jam a stop on Friday. Because typically on Friday, you can't really jam your stop. And if you do, it doesn't even matter a lot because if it gaps below your stop is meaningless. So that's an extra level of risk. So typically if I'm front running, I'm doing a Thursday or I'm buying it on Sunday. Okay? You see what I mean? So that's just sort of a tactical thing. You don't have to do it that way, but that's the way I do it. Cool. Thursday, jobless claims, obviously. And what? PMI? I don't know what Commonwealth Bank PMI, whatever. But it's more, I guess, more of the same. Now, Friday, pig retail sales. Oink, oink. Nice. Another economic finance minister meeting. What are they going to do? They drink, they smoke. Okay? And Russia is making an interest rate decision. Okay? Look at this, 4.25. This was something like 14.25. You guys remember that? There was a time when ruble was really spectacular. And to fight the scenario, the Central Bank of Russia jacked up interest rates real high. But it shows you, in all these situations, there is an eventual snapback where when you log into CNBC and all they talk about for a month or two is ruble, 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 and then they move on to the next thing, what happens? They don't talk about ruble anymore, and it just sort of floats its way back. Pretty spectacular. Of course, that was what, 5 years ago or something. But same thing with I don't know. Anyways, everything seems to come back to reality. Snap back to reality. Okay. And here's us going nowhere fast. It was just up and now it's down, struggling to get through 75.00, whatever. So that's why this time of year, I don't mind being hero or zero. I don't mind breaking even. I'm just trying to get in half decent trades with a half decent plan and be hero or zero. Take shots. You're not going to score on every shot. You're not going to score a goal in every shot, but you try. You got to put a ball on net. Okay. So that's that. So a lot of commodity news this week. So maybe we'll get something out of that. Okay. Let's do gold for Barry. Let's do oil, and let's do Bitcoin. Cool. What do you think of this, guys? This is the zero lag we were talking about, right? This could be the first indication that that pound move is over, according to that one thing. You could have just been riding it all the way up, and now it's like, whoop, take a break. Snap back to reality. Oh, goes gravity. Oh, no vanity. Oh, no entity. You got to lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to glow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo. All right. What do you think? Let's grab the long to the medium. So this is what this chart is telling me. First of all, the step-ups represent that I'm generally bullish. Doesn't mean I have to be bullish now, but I'm generally bullish. I'm set this to be bullish. And then you can see medium-term trend is slightly bullish. Okay? And short-term is bearish, but bearish into the bullish, right? Oops, I wanted that to be blue. So the idea is bearish into the bullish. And so what you'd be trying to do here, if you're still a bull, of course, is you're trying to, Okay. Now, this sucks, of course. So you have to ask yourself, are you going to play it or not? Music and TV don't represent the same thing to me, Blue Boy. It's interesting you say that, though. What's up, Daily? MTV days. Well, even then I didn't watch TV. I think the last time I watched MTV, George Michael was number one. You're like, what? Yeah. Or Madonna. I think that was probably the last time I watched MTV. Back then it was about music. But yeah, who's George Michael? All right. You so like look at the Aussie here. Look how stupid the trade looks relative to, reality. That's why I have no conviction for it. You're like, "Oh, really?" It's just out there, nomad's land, doing nothing. So I'm not taking big risks on this thing. So zooming in even closer, as long as this is, you can almost call this like a higher high, higher low, higher high move. That's that. I'm just going to let it be. Oh, and I'm not even in on this one. Yeah, I'm not good. I feel better now. I'm not even in on this one. It's a limit. I missed it. Good. 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 That was pretty shitty. Bitcoin! 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 Okay. 9 a.m. Muchacha. Okay. Okay. So here we are. What do you want to do with Bitcoin? Well, first of all, you should recognize Bitcoin ain't doing nothing. But if you were a buyer, okay, this goes back to the beginning of the month. So back on July 1st on Canada Day, you would have been a buyer around this 9,000 mark. And your target obviously is still here. Plan big, expect small. So you're taking it up $1,000. Now, if you're a bear, you already sold it at 10K, and you already sold it here, and you already sold it here, guess what your plan was? You were going to sell it at 9,500. So since then, there's nothing to do. You either buy it at 9,000 or you sold it at 9,500, or I don't think you really have control over your planning. Okay? Now, maybe you're trading it on smaller time frames, but even to me, that's irrelevant because you still have to know what's going on. Okay? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So, I don't know what your other argument would be. 9,500 or 9,000, and everything else is kind of the noise in between. Now, maybe you're fibbing this, okay? So, lower low, right? Lower high, lower, maybe lower low, okay? And then you're doing that in there. So, it's tradable price action, lower low, right? But it's pretty mediocre. Okay, so there's lots of little moves in here that you can be doing, but they're all pretty mediocre. And if you're in the context of the trend anyways, I'm not sure why you'd be doing the smaller trading. Okay. So right now we're basically in a squeeze. Bears are obviously winning this because they would have sold high. And bulls that bought it, I mean, they're profitable too. You see that? These guys are more profitable. So a bull should probably wait for this before they go long again. Does that make sense? So Blue Boy says only uses Bitcoin as a gauge. And so, I mean, with that context, you would look at it and say, generally speaking, since the middle of April, the market has been primarily risk on. Okay. When did I tell you the top of the market was going to be printed? What day? Does anyone remember? What day did we expect the top of the market to occur? June 10th. Thank you. Right here. So since then, nothing's happened. No, Imad, it's the 10th. Okay, that's the Fed meeting. June Fed meeting. Okay. So since then, nothing's happened. You're welcome. Okay. We said June would open up hot and fast, hit our targets early. There'd be massive profit taking and then consolidation that lasts longer than you would like. How do you like them apples? Pundit says, is BTC a bull trap? Let me explain it this way. Nothing is happening. This is why you got to be careful where retail traders show up and they got nothing better to do because they've watched everything on Netflix. So they're like, well, I guess I'll stare at my charts. And they start making something out of nothing. Oh, it's a bull trap. So therefore, blah, 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 blah. Wah, wah, wah. Dude, nothing's happening. That's what's happening. Nothing's happening. So I think you should be analyzing something that indicates that something is happening now. When are you going to go from dormant to active? And having Bitcoin go back up and eventually breach 10,000 would be a pretty good indicator of risk on. Okay. I think more likely is you'll get something like this. Okay. But whatever. Or a collapse in Bitcoin could be a sign of other things to come, like Swiss franc strength, dollar strength, yen strength, for example. Okay? So nothing happening is a sign of nothing happening. Would I take profit in silver? All right, well, let's... I have gold here, but we'll do... I have silver somewhere else, don't I? So, gold. Okay? We know how to handle this, right? So where is gold going? Right there. No, 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 no. See? Yeah, that's why you should not listen to people on TV at all. Completely ignore them. This is a risk on, risk off. See, when risk is on, and you're watching C plus I plus G plus X minus M, okay? And you're watching this. When risk on increases, consumption increases. Now, ideally, I increases, but there's a massive lag, especially since they've borrowed so much money from the bond market for cheap. There's no need, really. G is typically constant, although we're watching G go up with emergency measures, and right, which puts more money in the market, which then pushes C up. And consumption, when you're talking about C, it's consumption of everything, like Bitcoin. It's not a safe haven. It's almost mentally deranged to think it is. And so when you see someone on TV saying it's a safe haven, no, it's not. Okay. All right. Well, and like maybe I should expand it just a little further. Here's Bitcoin. Okay. This doesn't look like a safe haven flow. When things got bad, okay? When things got bad, Bitcoin tanked. When things started to improve, Bitcoin went up. That's the opposite of a safe haven. So whoever says it's a safe haven, you need to stop listening to them. In fact, you should just listen to yourself. Shouldn't even listen to me. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if I want to go any further. Here's your silver. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely doing well. So we're approaching the psychological level of 20. I imagine that's going to be interesting. Okay. Not much more to say. Okay. Here's the buy. That's pretty much it. Look at 2 months earlier. There's the buy. Notice it's always the first hour of the first day. If you get that right, you're golden. If you get it wrong, it doesn't work out. So yeah, now what? I imagine we're on our way to 20. What do you think? Do you think there'll be profit taking at the monthly R3? Probably. Okay. So yeah, silver looks great. Someone's cornering the market on silver. Well, or we're just going back to where we were. Yeah, so it looks like a danger zone to me. Only to the danger zone. I traded XAG, but I can't tell if it's true or dreams. Deep down inside, I feel my screams. But the terrible silence stops me. Well, I am comparing two term sheets right now and doing waterfall analysis of the liquidity preferences. So I guess I'm going to go. It looks like it's going to be another hot day in Georgia. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the Forex.Today community. We're in the last stretches now of the 80% discount for all the training courses. They're going to go away soon. So if you're going to sign up for the training courses and get the 80% discount, the link is in the description below. If you need a broker that executes your trades quickly, try Trader's Way. The link is in the description below. If you want a book to read next to the pool about being a Forex trader, hey, I wrote a book. The link is in the description below. If you need a performance coach and all that, everything is down below. We got some massive, amazing, ridiculous, unbelievable things we're going to announce very soon, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if you want to take advantage of what's available now with those massive discounts, you better jump on it now. It will change. It's a freight train. It's coming. You can't avoid it. So if you want what's available now, you got to act now. And then pretty soon, all that's going to go away and be replaced with something new. So if you want what's now, take now. You have to take action. Till when is the swing trading group available? Well, the swing trading group will always be available. So first of all, you buy all the courses, because that way you can watch 50 hours worth of Forex videos and actually get educated. See, the live trading group, the swing trading group, we don't sit around and I will teach you how to do this. You need to already know. We get together as a group and we plan our setups for the next week or the next month. Okay? So we're setting up front runs and all that kind of stuff. But if you're like, well, I don't know what a 5-8 cross means. What does that mean? I'm not answering that question. So watch the videos. But when you sign up for the video courses, it says, hey, how'd you like a $400 discount to join the live trading group right now? And you can kind of do both. Watch the videos, and on Thursdays, hang with the group. You see what I mean? So that will never go away. There will always be the video training courses, and there will always be a Thursday evening meeting with the group that is focused primarily on fundamentals and swing trading. We kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I'll talk for 2 hours about fundamentals, and other times we'll go for 2 hours setting up trade plans technically. But we do a lot of group work. We do a lot of discussion. So this will take you to the next level. It's not just me telling you what a 5-8 cross is. Okay? You work in groups as a team. Okay? So it's very cool. Thursdays are not going away ever. But we got something that is ridiculous at another high level that no one is doing. And no one will be able to copy, because they don't have our love and our integrity. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, FD9, yeah, we'll just have to do, we'll have to do PayPal or something. I'll manually set it up. Okay, I don't like to do it that way, but I got you. So, anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I will see you tomorrow and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and I think the next day after that. Remember, we got a lot of Aussie stuff tonight, so be there or be square. And did all my profits go away? No, I still have 100 pips. Wah, wah, wah.